2014 at the Arizona Toy Train Show in Glendale, Arizona, on the western edge of Phoenix, Arizona.
I'm with James, and James is going to tell you about automatic control point-to-point DCC. Go ahead, James.
This is a demonstration of an NCE mini panel controlling a DCC system running automatically point-to-point. There's information on this stuff on www.AutoControls-dot-org that basically it runs this S-gauge train point-to-point. Out here is what they call an NCE mini panel that's actually doing the controlling. And you can see we have sound, and we have flashing lights. Because it's DCC, this all runs and continues running.
This is set up almost the same as previous video number 804, except the S-gauge loop had one electric eye in that video. It's now set up with two electric eyes. There's an electric eye here where it was in the previous video, but a second electric eye has been added over here. So now the thing runs point to point between the two electric eyes. This pile of stones is supposed to emphasize the fact that it's really a point to point rather than not a circle. So this S-gauge train is controlled by the electric eyes. And over here we have a large scale train, and it's got the reed switches in the track, and it also runs point to point. Here's the reed switch on one end, and the other reed switch is back there underneath the diesel. And this LGB signal is really not necessary, but it just, in addition, it throws to green when the train starts and throws to red when the train hits the electric eye or reed switch on the other end. So I'm going to start it by pushing button number 1 here. So I just started the mini panel up. The mini panel's right here, which is actually controlling it, and there's an NCE power cab over here, which is a command station. So that's heading for the second electric eye, and right about now you can see it went over the eye, which caused the LGB signal to go to the red state. That train will sit there for about 8 seconds, and then the mini panel will start it up in reverse, and it'll go backward until it hits the first electric eye. Right about now, it went over the other electric eye, which will stop the train. So it made a complete circuit forward and backward on the S-gauge. Now the mini panel will start the large scale engine up, and it'll do basically the same thing. It'll go to the end of its track, which isn't very long. I'm stuck on a 6-foot table here, so not a whole lot of length, but it just ran over the reed switch at the end. So that train will pause about 8 seconds, then the signal will go to green, and it'll start in reverse and back up. There it went to the end of the track, hit the other reed switch, and you can see the LGB signal went down to the red state. Now that's the complete sequence. Now it waited about 8 seconds, and it'll start the S-gauge train up, and it'll go through the process again. This is just a simple little display on a 6-foot table to attempt to demonstrate the automatic control of a point-to-point train using DCC with sound. That's the S gauge, and again it'll switch over to the large scale in about 8 seconds. You see the engine has a strobe light on top of the cab, and the caboose has flashing red lights on the back, just an attempt to give the train some action even when it's sitting still. Over on the far right, you can see Fred Cupp's HO engine running. It has a TCS decoder just creeping along there. That's running at speed step 1. You can see it really creeps along. Again, a TCS decoder with a special sound, a separate sound decoder added.